Breaking news, there's a new SBA EIDL plan. If you are one of the 4 million COVID EIDL borrowers, this news just came out. Under the new plan, the SBA is changing how it collects on EIDL loans. If you're having trouble making EIDL payments, you're behind on payments, or you've been sent to the Treasury, this is very good news. For those of you who've been waiting for positive news, especially if you've been sent to the Treasury, this is it. But first, the biggest surprise potentially in this article is that the government has referred 860,000 delinquent COVID EIDL loans for collection. In fact, here's the numbers. The SBA said that it is currently servicing about 3.2 million outstanding COVID disaster loans, and that it's charged off roughly 20% of its $390 billion COVID disaster loan portfolio. A Treasury spokesperson said Congress mandated the federal debt collection program, but didn't provide any funding for it, and instead authorized the Treasury to charge a fee for administering the program. The fee they charge is astronomical. They charge a 30% collection fee for debts that have been delinquent for 2 years or less, and 32% for older debts. By the way, this is coming on the heel of our petition for EIDL relief. I'd like to say that there's momentum here. 5,500 signatures. We've sent this to lawmakers. The point is, this issue is getting the attention it deserves, especially given this new information that the Wall Street Journal has uncovered and shared. SBA officials said it is standard practice for agencies to pass along the Treasury collection fee to the borrower. The SBA and other agencies are also responsible for providing borrowers with the information about the accrual of interest, penalties, and costs, the Treasury spokesperson said. Now here's a quote from a former SBA official, Diana Seaborn. In fact, she used to be the director of the Office of Financial Assistance. It's something we've heard from the SBA as well, that there should be a plan C. Here's her quote: "A good collection would be, give me the principal back and we'll consider reducing or waiving the fees." Somebody needs to come up with a plan C. That is exactly what we've called for in this petition. Even partial forgiveness, as I wrote here, such as waiving accumulated interest and applying all past and future payments directly to the principal, would offer substantial relief in an equitable manner. This former SBA official thinks that's a good idea, and I've heard others at the SBA agree with that approach following inquiries from the Wall Street Journal, specifically the author of this, Ruth Simon. She gets a ton of credit for forcing both the SBA and the Treasury to take action, come together. They knew the Wall Street Journal was knocking at its door, so now the SBA and Treasury have come to an agreement that releases the agency from the requirement to refer loans to Treasury for collections once they are 180 days past due. Under the new plan, the SBA will conduct early stage collection activities for up to 2 years before a mandatory referral to the Treasury. 180 days just became over 700 days. And even if you're at the Treasury now, if you're one of those 20% of borrowers who's at the Treasury or in cross-servicing now, you are still eligible for this new option. To enroll, borrowers must contact the SBA's COVID Disaster Loan Servicing Center. You can call them at this number here or at disastercustomerservice@sba.gov. A link to this post with the contact information is below. And of course, if you're lost, you want help, you want an opinion from the SCIP team, there's a link for help from us also in the description. To give the SBA credit, which I always like to do, they've done a number of major things to help COVID EIDL borrowers. This current SBA administration inherited the program, and they made changes to increase the borrowing limits up to $2 million. They increased the deferment period up to 30 months, and they introduced the hardship accommodation plan, something they never talked about until a couple months ago. We covered it a number of times. We had an SBA director on talking about it a number of times. 174,000 folks have enrolled in this program. Imagine if those folks weren't enrolled and they were sent to the Treasury, the number of delinquent EIDL borrowers would be closer to 25%. I hope if you're an EIDL borrower, if you were part of the 20% of delinquent EIDL loans, or you were close to getting behind on payments, I'd love to know what you think about this news. Do any of these numbers surprise you? And are you going to take advantage of this new lifeline? 2 years to get in good standing through hardship accommodation plan or full payments. All you have to do is contact SBA's COVID Disaster Loan Servicing Center even if you're at the Treasury. And don't forget, if you want other loans, lines of credit, grants, go to helloskip.com or download the Skip app. We just announced two $10,000 grants for the month of May. Amazon and Verizon have major grant programs with millions of dollars at stake, open to small businesses and entrepreneurs. You can apply quickly for all of these and dozens of other grants. If someone's going to win these grants and get this free money, don't you think you should take a few minutes and give yourself a shot? If you apply to any of these, let me know in the comments. Most importantly, stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.